Hello everyone, it's Janki and welcome back to another video. And today we'll be doing a tag that has been an annual ritual for the booktube community, and that is the mid-year book freakout tag. In this tag basically we'll have questions wherein we'll update you guys about what we have been reading, our favorites, disappointments and surprises. So yes, today will be my first mid-year book freakout tag. Without any further ado, let's get into these questions. The first question is, what is the best book you've read in 2021 so far? And this came to me without any second thoughts, and it is The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wong. So this is, first of all, a self-published book. Second of all, it's a standalone fantasy. And on top of it, it's Japanese inspired fantasy, and you could guess how good the combat, the action sequences, the fighting scenes were in this book. I'm not going into the synopsis of this book because 2 to 3 lines aren't enough to explain how this book begins. But what can be known is that we follow this duo of mother and son, Misaki and Memuru, and they belong to this family of strong fighters, swordsmen, and their village lies near the border of their empire, and it is this village that protects the empire, the interiors of the empire, from any military attack from their enemies. So it's filled with powerful Theonites. So Theonites in this book are the people who have exceptionally great powers, and it has a top-notch elemental magic. Our main character, he can control the fluidity of water. He can turn it into ice, make ice projectiles, shoot it at the enemies. That is not it about this book. The best part of this book is the characters of this book. Misaki, our main character, I'm in love with her. The way the author has written her character arc, it's so good, it's so phenomenally done, and it's highly emotional. It was a tearjerker for me, no doubt. A great fantasy. I think I need to say this, that it has come at par with Six of Crows. Please pick it up. If you're a fantasy reader, if you have a little experience of reading fantasy already, then please go check this book out. It's phenomenal. More people need to read it. It's absolutely worth the hype it's getting on the booktube nowadays. Coming to the second question, what is the best sequel you have read so far in 2021? So to be very honest, I haven't read many sequels this year. I think this is again a fantasy reader problem, that we are very good at starting new series, but when it comes to continuing it with the second or third book, I've read only 3 to 4, I guess, sequels, and all those sequels were really good. They were all at par. My favorite of all the sequels I've read is We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faizal. It is the second book in the Sands of Aravia duology. So the first book basically revolves around this kingdom of Aravia, which has 5 caliphates, and all these caliphates are devoid of magic because of something that happened in the past, and now there's this group of people who've gathered together and they've come to this solution that can bring magic back to Aravia, and that's how the story begins in the first book. And the second book is the continuation of what happens after that hunt. Again, it's a Middle Eastern inspired fantasy, and I had a lovely time reading it. It's also one of those YA fantasies that are not cliche, so you could definitely pick it up if you are an adult fantasy reader and want to read or try out some young adult fantasy. So coming on to the next question, what is a new release that you want to read but haven't read yet? This book is not the newest of releases, but it did release in 2021 and I haven't picked it up yet, even though I desperately want to, and that is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. It is the second book in the Last Hour series. And due to my reading on whim, I haven't been able to pick it up yet, but I really want to. And another of the newest release that I want to read is Crown of Gilded Bones, which is the third and no, not the final, which is the third book in Blood and Ash series. I don't know if that series has a name. Those are the two books I need to read that I haven't read yet. Coming on to the next question, what is your most anticipated release of the later half of the year? I do not really keep a track of the books that are about to release. I rely on booktubers to update me on those, and so I really don't keep a track of those books that are about to release. But one that I have heard of is Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson. It is the fourth book in the Truly Devious series, and since I've read that series, I think I may continue that series. So that is one book that I'm looking forward to. But really, I have no idea what other books are coming out, so I have no idea how to answer this question to the best. But that is one book. Moving on to the next question, what was your biggest disappointment of the year? Now this is my favorite question. And the first book is Alternative Realities by Nighat M. Gandhi. And this is no-brainer for me because I did not even expect much going into this book, and when it turned out not that good, I was not surprised, but it was a disappointment anyways. So the other book that turned out to be a disappointment and I had high hopes for was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. This is a historical fiction / murder mystery, and I did not enjoy it that much, so disappointment. Coming on to our next question is, what is your biggest surprise of the year so far? And again, I have two answers for this. The first is Bone Cries Moon by Catherine Purdy. So this book, I just picked it up on whim. Like, not really whim, it was on my TBR, but I did not read the synopsis. I did not watch any videos where people were recommending it. But when I began reading it, it turned out to be really good. It's YA. It has that trope of all-female magical group. Another book that was a surprise for me was Queen of Tearling by Erika Johansson. Again, same as the previous book. Did not know much going into the book, but turned out to be great. I recommend it to all of you who want to begin fantasy because it's not very heavy on info dump and stuff like that. So yes, that were the two books that were the biggest surprises for me this year so far. Next question is your favorite new author. So this can be a debut author or author that is new to you. I'll answer the author that's new to me, and again I have two answers. First is Hafsa Faizal, the author of Sands of Arabia series, and another author is M.L. Wong, the author of Sword of Kaigen. Now the next question is my newest fictional crush, but I don't really form many crushes while reading books, so I'll just skip this question and we'll go to another question, which is my newest favorite character, and it's Misaki from the Sword of Kaigen. As I told you all, that character was written phenomenally and she's my newest favorite character. But also an honorary mention to Poppy Bellflower, whatever the surname may be, Poppy from the Blood and Ash series. I liked her too. Going on to the next question, what is the book that made you cry? God, I think I'm answering these questions with the same book again and again, but I can't help because this was the book that made me cry the most, and that is The Sword of Kaigen. I was bawling my eyes out in that book. To have something different to answer to you all, I'll also mention True Colors by Kristen Hanna, my Insta by author. True Colors, like anything by Kristen Hanna makes me cry, so this should be again a no-brainer. True Colors. Next question is a book that made you happy, and again no-brainer at all, and it's The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. This is the most adorable book I've read so far, and it has so many fun and happy moments. You can't help but feel warm and feel being loved, although you are not one of those characters in the book, but you just feel so loved while reading this book, and it made me immensely happy. And I rarely seem to pick up happy books, so I'm very glad that I did pick this up, and it was amazing. Coming on to the next question, what is the prettiest book you have bought this year or received this year? And for this I have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. How pretty is this cover? Coming to our final and last question of this tag, and that is, what are the books that you wish to read by the end of this year? And to be really honest, I can't answer this question because I pick up books on my whim, and I really don't know what all books I need to read by the end of the year. But what I can tell you guys is my reading goal for the rest of the year, and it basically includes reading sequels of the fantasy series I've started, then reading more from my physical TBR, because I'm usually attracted to the books I don't physically have with me. Another is, I've noticed that this year I haven't read many thrillers, so I hope to catch up on that as well. So yes, that is my goal for the rest of the year. And so that is the mid-year book freakout tag for you all. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment, and meet you next time.